What's up, lovely people? How are you doing today? Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, karibu sana, and please subscribe to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, asanti sana. So today's episode, we're going to do something about our most emotional day. The reason why I'm doing this is because mine has a story and I'm going to share it with you. So for me, my most emotional day is 31st August 2017. The reason why that day is very emotional is because on that special day, I call it special because it really changed my life. It really changed the real me. That's why I call it special. So each day I woke up well, started my daily activities. On that time, we were doing business in a center called Konambaya. And I woke up early, prepared everything, and we left for work. My husband was working in one of the health centers around in another center. So he left me at work. I went ahead with doing my business as usual. Alafu around kitu saa nne, 10 a.m., I felt like I should surprise him kwenye anafanya kazi. So again I wanted to buy something, nikaona nikienda kumsurprise naweza mwambia nipeleke kwenye nafaa kwenda so that I can do my shopping as usual. So hiyo day I closed my shop, nikaenda mpaka kwenye anafanya kazi kwa health center yenye alikuwa, na nikamgoja kwa ofisi yake as he was seeing patients. And then after a while ndio tukaenda for lunch, alafu tukadecide kwenda shopping. That time nilikuwa nahitaji these glass tables, so I needed one. Tukaenda to the market, had our lunch, and then we started roaming from one shop to another, this furnitures shop, and then tuone kama tutapata any. So tukazurura, we didn't see the exact make that I wanted. So tukaenda to the next center, tukaona the same, hakuna yenye nilikuwa nataka. So we decided to go back to the other center and pick the one we had chosen. So tukarudi, after kurudi, after kurudi to the main furniture shop, tukabuy, and it was packed in a very big carton but very slim. So we were able kuibeba mpaka home. So after kupakiwa, we decided to board a motorbike, and at this time we decided, because the motorbikes of nowadays are big kiasi, we can take one. So we took one, boarded, and we started our journey to the business center, and then we proceed to home later. So on the road, before we could reach to where the business was, we had an accident, a very bad accident. The glass that we were carrying between me and my husband in a motorbike, after we fell down, ilitoka kwa carton, ikanikatakata. I don't think can you see the scars? Ikanikata kwa kichwa. It came, and you can see the scar. Ikanikata macho, ikanikata across almost to the ears, and the eye was very bad injured. So macho ikakatwa mpaka ndani, and ikabidi ikakuwa imehang. By that time I was very unconscious. I wasn't aware of anything that was going on. So after what happened, I felt unconscious. Yani, it's like I was in a coma. According to the story my husband usually share me, is that nilikuwa unconscious kabisa. I was rushed to the hospital where he worked from. Nikafanywa first aid, then they took an ambulance and took me to Riare Hospital in Eldoret. That's where I was attended. By that time, I didn't know what was going on. Yani, I was in my own world. So after some hours, I was very, very unconscious. They attended to me. The surgery was done. The eye was removed, and they bandaged my whole head. My hair was cut, yani to Jordans. You know, when you go to hospital and you have an injury kwa kichwa, lazima wangetoa hiyo nywele and then they do their thing. So on waking up, I found myself in an awkward position because my head was very, very heavy, and I could feel something has gone wrong. So I asked my husband what was happening, and he was like, "No, we had an accident when we left Matunda Center. We never reached our business, and that's why we are here in the hospital." And I could see from my head, he was very teary. He could cry, as in cry, because he didn't expect what happened. So after asking questions, I was given some counseling, and then the doctor, Dr. Micha from Eldoret, he's the surgeon who attended to me. He was the one who broke the news to me and told me, when you got your accident, your head was very bad injured. You had to lose your eye. And that time I was bandaged. I could see with this eye, but my left eye was very, yani ilikuwa imefunikwa kabisa na bandages. So I didn't know. Again, I could not talk clearly because the jaws were, because meshikana. I think because of the sedative that I was given. So I stayed at the hospital for almost a week. Then I was discharged. Now I had to face the reality, and the reality was I'm now looking on my bald head with scars. I had my eye bandaged. I had to change to pads. That the one that the doctors usually give someone to change because of the discharge of their eyes. Their eyes are very teary, so many things would happen. So my eye was bleeding, so I could change the pads every now and then after applying some chemicals, I think drugs, some ointment of the sort. Again, I had to accept the reality, which was the hardest thing for me. I could go to the mirror anytime and I could check myself. I could see the scars. Hizo uzi bado zilikuwa, and it was very, very, very hard for me up to today. When that day reaches, I'm like, this is the day that changed my life. The day that gave me a scar that I'll never ever forget. I tried to put myself together and ask my husband, now what next? Again, after that, I underwent some surgeries because one surgery could not have made me the way I am. So I happened to go to First Sight Hospital. They did, I think, two surgeries so that they could give me the formation that I am in today. Again, I was put in a duty of cleaning my eye every other week. Again, when it is dusty, I would put something on my glass and put something like what? Like kakitambaa hivi to avoid the dust from reaching my eye because it could give me infection. I could, yani, it was so bad for me. Up to today, it is very, very, very fresh in my mind. So you might see someone with a scar. I remember I could go to China and everybody was like, what happened to this lady? Why is she having a burden in her on her eye? And I'm like, if you guys would know what happened, you would look at me like that. So whenever you see someone with a scar, just know there's something behind that scar. So for me, that is the most emotional day for me. There are others, yes. Like now, I have another day that is 13th July 2021, the day I lost my mother-in-law, the day I lost the love of my life, the day I lost one of the back support that gave me the meaning of accepting myself the way I am. So it's unfortunate we lost her through cancer, which was diagnosed on 2017, the same year I got my accident. But she kept strong. I would accompany her to the chemotherapies. After she became so weak, I would help her bath. I would help her do so many things, like the way she used to bathe me when I had the accident. And if you see a mother-in-law who would welcome you with open arms in her home, you are blessed. That is the woman I lost again, year 2021. All the same, without even having a rest or anything, accepting what has happened, accepting the loss of our lovely mom, I had a sister in law. We were loved so much. Her memories keeps me wondering why. But again, if something like that happens, you are supposed to accept the outcome, because what else would you do? You can't change anything. So on year 2022, around March, I remember I was called and told my sister-in-law needs me. She's sick. And I was like, yeah, I would travel from Kitale to Nairobi. I think I traveled. I went and saw her in hospital. She had a difficulty in breathing and a heart problem, and which came so late. She realized she had the problem so late. Yes, and I stayed with her in the hospital. She tried to communicate to me about the things she loved. She loved my daughter so much. She even used to stay with her as she's cold, and losing her made me realize, oh, this world, it's something else. Even today, I've never accepted. I remember whenever I visit her home, I usually look at the photos that are remaining. I'm like, oh dear, I wish you were here with me. This is the lady who would stand in the gap for me. This is the lady who would tell me, Mudhoni, don't do this, just do this. This is the lady I would cry for. Whenever I felt down, I would go to my phone, chat with her, or call her. We laugh, and she tell me everything will be okay. So on March 2022, we lost her. So for me, those are the days that I remember so well, and I'm like, yeah, it's life. So whenever you see a scar on something or somebody, just know that it has a reason behind that. So for me, those are the days that are very emotional. But we thank God. We have He gave us a meaning of life. That's us, and let's embrace everything that we go through. Let's take it positive. They say when they give you a lemon, make the lemonade out of it. I'm thankful. Bye.